FC Krasnodar is a Russian association football club from Krasnodar that plays in the Russian Premier League. The club was founded in 2008. In 2009 the club was promoted to the Russian First Division, the second highest division of the Russian Football League system despite finishing zones south of second division as third. And at the end of the 2010 they were promoted to the Russian Premier League for the 2011 season, despite finishing fifth in the first division. FC Krasnodar is known for its youth academy. The infrastructure of this academy is outstanding by Russian standards. In May 2013 FC Krasnodar began the construction on a 36,260-seat stadium which is expected to be opened in late 2015. Until the stadium is completed FC Krasnodar plays their home matches in the Kibin Stadium. History: the club owner and founder is Sergei Galitsky, a Russian businessman who has been rewarded by the Russian Football Union for his dedication to development of football in Russia. Early years: in February 2008 FC Krasnodar had been granted professional status which allowed them enter second division. Its first official match was a 0-0 draw against FC Nika. The team was at the time managed by Vladimir Volchk. FC Krasnodar finished third in the 2008 second division season. Although the third-place Duasna Euro 1 registered trademark T grant promotion to the upper tier of Russian Football League, FC Krasnodar had been invited by PFL to take part in the 2009 First Division tournament. This happened because FC SKA Rostov-on-Don and FC Sport Academ Club Moscow refused to take part in the tournament despite finishing high enough to avoid relegation. After being promoted the club appointed Nabiy Kakunov as manager. Krasnodar finished its debut First Division campaign 10th in the league table. In the next season FC Krasnodar was managed by Sergei Tashev. In this year the team faced another club from Krasnodar city, FC Kibin. The first match between the rival clubs took place on June 12, 2010. FC Kibin won 3-0. The second match also granted no points to FC Krasnodar as they lost the game 0-1. However the team Euro 1 registered trademark S overall performance in this season had been more successful compared to previous year. They ended up fifth. Promotion to the Premier League: in December 2010 FC Krasnodar signed a contract with the Serbian manager Slavoljub Muslin. Before the start of the next season FC Krasnodar got another promotion despite finishing fifth in the league. This happened because of the fact that FC Saturn and FC Moskva rejected to play in the Russian Premier League due to financial problems. On January 25, 2011 the Premier League Committee decided to replace FC Saturn with FC Krasnodar. After promotion to Premier League the team performed with mixed success. Both matches against FC CSKA Moscow ended up in a draw which could be considered success regarding the difference in strength between the clubs. However, during both matches against another top Premier League club FC Spartak Moscow the team conceded 8 goals. FC Krasnodar lost away and home matches 4-0 and 2-4 respectively. Other notable matches FC Krasnodar played were the ones against FC Kibin. Matches between these teams made a start on the first non-Moscow local Premier League derby. The first ever derby match was won by FC Krasnodar. The score was 0-1. However, FC Kibin won the second match 0-2. The club owner Sergei Galitsky stated that he is satisfied with team performance. He also said that he wants his team to play in a manner fascinating for spectators. However, the club doesn't plan buying expensive players. The club should evolve steadily, a Euro step by step a Euro. By the end of the season FC Krasnodar reached the 9th place in the league table. The 2012-13 season became less successful. The team lost all but one match against the teams which finished on the top 3 places in the league. FC Krasnodar ended up 10th which is 1 place behind the team result in the preceding season. This possibly became one of the reasons that led the board to cancel the contract with Slavoljub Muslin. Muslin himself stated that he was sacked because the club stopped improving its performance. On August 11, 2013 Belarusian coach Ali Kononab became a manager of FC Krasnodar. The squad had been renewed. Several foreign players joined the club. These changes awarded the club a top 5 Premier League finish, which made it eligible to Europa League for the first time in its history. FC Krasnodar also advanced to the Russian Cup final, where the club was narrowly defeated by FC Rostov in a penalty shootout. FC Krasnodar successfully completed 3 Europa League qualification phases by defeating Silama Currency Karlov, Diakubts Gyara and Real Sociedad on aggregate. The team advanced to the group stage, where they were drawn against Lille, Wolfsburg and Everton. League position, European history. On July 17, 2014, FC Krasnodar played its first ever match in the Europa League. Their opponent was an Estonian club, Silama Currency Karlov. FC Krasnodar took a conclusive victory 0-4. The second match between these teams was also won by Krasnodar. The score was 5-0. In the next round, FC Krasnodar faced Diakubts Gyara. FC Krasnodar won both matches by a considerable goal margin, 1-5 and 3-0. In a draw for the playoff round, FC Krasnodar was unseeded, which brought them a much stronger opponent. They were drawn against Real Sociedad. The first match against this club ended up in a 1-0 defeat. However, FC Krasnodar won the second match 3-0, which led them to the group stage. Overall, matches, notes, 2Q, second qualifying round, 3Q, third qualifying round, PO, playoff round, stadium. The first stadium FC Krasnodar played its official matches at Istrud Stadium. It is a 3,000-seat stadium situated in the southern part of Krasnodar city. The stadium was used in 2008 when FC Krasnodar was playing in the second division. But after promotion to the first division, the stadium a Euro unregistered trademark S capacity ceased to be enough. Therefore in 2009 FC Krasnodar had to move to Kibben Stadium. In 2013 FC Krasnodar began to construct its own stadium with expected capacity of 36,260 seats. The stadium project was created by English and German companies. The estimated cost of this stadium is $200 million. The stadium will meet the requirements for hosting international matches. Kafar copyright, club shop, museum, nightclub, several banquet rooms, fitness room, business clubs and children's room will be located inside the stadium. Current squad, as of June 13, 2014, note. Flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Out on loan, note, flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. For recent transfers, see list of Russian football transfers winter 2012 a Euro 13. Reserve squad. The following players are registered with the EuroFPL and are listed by club's website as reserve players. They are eligible to play for the first team. Note, flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. FC Krasnodar 2, a professional farm club called FC Krasnodar 2 was founded in 2013 and participates in the Russian Professional Football League. Youth Academy, FC Krasnodar owns a network of youth football schools spread over 20 cities in 2 Russian regions, a Euro Krasnodar Krai and a Dija. The main school is situated in the eastern part of Krasnodar. The academy infrastructure includes 10 football fields, 3,000-seat stadium, medical rehabilitation center, swimming pool, sauna, gym. There is also a dining room, an assembly hall, offices and hotel rooms for students, a Euro unregistered trademark parents. The club owner Sergei Golitsky stated that his goal is to compose the majority of FC Krasnodar squad by locally trained players. Notable players had international caps for their respective countries. Players whose name is listed in bold represented their countries while playing for Krasnodar. Managers, Vladimir Volchk, Nabiy Kakunov. Notes, PA Euro total of played matches, WA Euro 1 matches, DA Euro drawn matches, LA Euro lost matches, GS a Euro goal scored, GA a Euro goals against %, WA Euro percentage of matches won. Nationality is indicated by the corresponding FIFA country code, S. References External links, official website.